Individual Dane-Zaa have always followed the intelligence of their dreaming in making contact with spirits of the animals that give them life. To be human, to be Dane-Zaa, is to little bit know something. I was 19 when I first went up there, and that was in 1959. And it was entirely by accident. Some friends of mine were trying to do a back to the land homesteading thing. They thought the Peace River sounded really good, and Canada sounded good. One day, all these men and boys rode into our camp. They went out and shot a deer, and they got some fish, and they made a nice meal for us. And that was the first time that I knew really that I was in Indian country. I went back in 1964 as an anthropologist this time, and just kind of showed up and said, "Hi, remember me?" And they did, and they were very gracious. During the course of that year, I met people from all the other reserves, all the other communities, including Charlie Yahe, the dreamer. The first night that we were there, he stayed up almost all night singing. At least I could hear him from time to time singing. And then in the morning, he was both singing and talking to people. Kid she's raised, Granny, she got the skin turn. It's the only person who has the skin turn that way, which is
why I really wanted to get into the Babalis project, because there was an elder prophet who said, yes, you know, I'm willing to record because I can see this serving future generations.
This is a picture of Charlie Yahe, who was the last Dane-Zaa dreamer. And this is the top of my Harvard PhD diploma. And I mounted the two together because they symbolize that these are two sources of my education. Charlie Yahe probably taught me more than Harvard did.
It's a fascinating culture, and it's been fascinating to watch the changes. And they're very accepting and wonderful people, and their culture is complex in a way that is not obvious. You know, it doesn't have the totem poles of the Northwest Coast. They carry the culture around in their heads, and so the stories are what is so important. And the stories bring together all the other aspects of the cultures. The message is a fairly simple one of, you know, care about each other, respect your elders, respect nature, keep yourself pure in heart so that you will be light on the trail to heaven.
I'm deeply inspired by this project, and it is a part of what I do. I worked with our Elders Speak Wisdom Society. I do a lot of work in human rights, and this one is particularly interesting to me because it's directly related to our entire economy in BC. It's treaty rights, and it's oil and gas. The youth have seen, the devastation in their lifetime. You know, the elders have seen it go from pristine to devastation. The oil roads didn't go in there till the 40s, right? Some of these people never even saw the white man until the mid-40s. So they were still on horse and carriages up till the 70s. So this change in their environment has happened so quickly that there's no way anyone can prepare you for that, you know? And this story's got to be told, because these people will disappear mostly from poison and toxins. I mean, they've done hair tests on some of the elders up there, and they shouldn't even be alive on the amount of toxins that are in them, CS2 gas and the poisonous air that they live with in the water. And there's a lot of elders and youth up there who are really focused on creating an environment they can live in for the future.
Back in '78, there was, as Robin said, there was all the birds. And what's happened to the birds is with the oil and gas exploration up there, there's been a lot of the trees cut down for one thing. And there's a lot of the birds have been poisoned by the stuff that comes out as part of the exploration with the oil and gas. And people are even worried about the rivers and so on being polluted.
The whole land, that whole earth is shifting and moving. It's a huge, massive shifting plate, and they've got all these oil pipelines across the whole land. So these pipes are just busting. Pop, 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 all over the place, over thousands and thousands of miles. Well, it just spews, right, into the environment. And this is like happening every week, right, for decades. Imagine. You know, we can say we're preserving something, right? And we are, and we're really helping. We've done this massive archive. But really we're witnessing the end of a culture, the end of the language, the end of their way of thinking and the way of life. We're seeing the last traditional song carriers now. We've seen the last living dreamer die in Robin's lifetime.
Well, now we're in the position to give back everything that we've recorded. The entire archive has now been digitized of audio recordings and video recordings. So it goes from 1964 to the present time.
A lot of these songs, you know, that they're playing today, they learnt off Robin's tapes, right? So we're seeing all this stuff that the anthropologists pull out, coming right back in now in a time of need. So the unique thing about Robin and Gillian is they're doing everything they can to give it back to the people, and to do it in a way that allows them their own freedom of speech, their own story, their own coming from their own words.
They will come in and sing it after the dreamer. They will sing it after the dreamer, and from there make a dance.